Before I met Jesus, my life was a total mess. I was homeless and had been using drugs to deal with terrible anxiety and had a lot of bad relationships in my life. A year ago, I felt God prompt me to pull into the Journey parking lot. As I went inside, I heard a message about a God who loves me and wants a relationship with me. Before I had felt so alone and anxious, but Jesus had changed everything for me. I know He is always with me, died to take away my sins, and is helping me turn my life around in a better direction. With hope and help from the Journey, I want to get baptized to show my people, especially my son and daughter, that I am living for God and He is making me a new person.
AMG!
I'm Kirsten, and my life before I began my relationship with Jesus always just felt like it was really missing something. So I always had a relationship with Jesus, but I got into a really bad car accident that just really made me grow a lot closer to Him. So when I was in my car accident, the moment that I really felt like God, so I was laying there and I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it. And I really feel like He just spoke to me and told me that everything was gonna be okay. And that really gave me a lot of strength to get through what I did. God changed my life for the best because I always strive to live a life very humble and kind and just really love unconditionally the way that He loves all of us. And I want to be baptized because I really feel like I got a second chance at life, and I really just want to cement my relationship with God.
I'm Bree, and before I had Jesus in my life, it was a lot of ups and downs. Growing up, I never really was consistently in the church. I went to youth group, hang out with my friends, all that fun stuff, but didn't really actively pursue a true relationship with God. Never really understood the presence of God and understood the importance of having a relationship with Him. And so, leading forward, it was just sort of the highs were my highs in life and the lows were my lows. Didn't really have a reasoning or an understanding why all the time, so I would get a little frustrated, get a little down, tend to have those periods of doubt and not really know what my purpose was. And then moving forward, my senior year of high school, I started actively going to church again, started going with my friends, so I still had that good connection, still had that sense of fellowship, really got into like the worship and loved the music and everything, and that's when it sort of took off and started my walk with Christ, but still was unsure, sort of dipped my toes in the water a little bit. And then leading forward into college, I was still actively going, but was going to community college, so didn't really get to branch out as much as I wanted to until I got to Grand Valley, where I graduate from this year. And then sort of took off there, got involved with a life group through campus ministry that we have at Grand Valley, and then also been attending the well services, which is at the evening. Getting really involved with like my life group and networking and meeting other people and like-minded Christians on campus has been a big help to me. So now I know sort of more so what my purpose is, who I'm living for, and have been better able to decipher what I want to do with my future because I'm sort of just listening to God and what I feel called to do. I want to be baptized because I want to be able to outwardly express my devotion and my love for Christ.
My name is Alan. I was raised in church, baptized as a baby, and attended a Catholic school. At the time, and until relatively recently, I had viewed religion as more of a rule book for life. I adopted a better safe than sorry mentality, and I practiced a pretty shallow version of Christianity. Enough, I thought, to punch my ticket to heaven. Then a few things contributed to my shift from religion to a relationship with God. First, my wife became more invested in Jesus. and I was experiencing some significant road bumps in my life that I realized I couldn't tackle alone. So I really began to meet God in the middle and accept what He was offering me, which at the time was simply a future. That was the beginning of taking my relationship with Jesus to the next level. I believe that Jesus lived in a way to show us how to live, then He died as He did so we wouldn't have to. And I want to be baptized to outwardly express my faith and my willingness to accept Jesus as my higher power.
Hi, my name is Alex Scanlon, and before I began my relationship with Jesus, I didn't really talk to Jesus or pray to Him unless I was going through rough times in my life. I was at summer camp, and I had a counselor named Ethan, and he really changed the way I looked at Jesus. And during the last chapel, I remember the pastor saying to raise your hand if you wanted to be saved by Jesus. And so I raised my hand and just changed everything. I believe Jesus died for my sins because I have a sinful nature. And now I follow God by encouraging others to follow Jesus. I was a CIT for a summer camp. I want to be baptized because I want to grow my relationship with Jesus, and I want everybody to know.
So my name is Lauren, and I did not grow up going to church, and whenever I had questions, my mother would always find someone for me to talk to or a church to attend to try to answer my questions about God. I was always curious and felt my heart being pulled towards having a relationship with Jesus. It was not until I went to the journey that I finally felt welcome and as if I could call a church home. I really started wanting to have a relationship with Jesus. Looking back on my life and the path it has taken, the good and the bad, I truly believe that it has all been a part of God's plan. I believe He has carried me through those tough times and been there with me through the good. I believe Jesus died on the cross for my sins because He cares about me and loves me individually. I want to get baptized to publicly profess my faith in Jesus and show I truly do believe and take the next steps in my relationship with Him.